Okay, so when it comes to my Gin, this is kind of where I've got him at right now. Still a lot to do, I'm not gonna lie boys, there is so much to do. I want you guys to know, I burned through, I think it was around about 40 stamina pill. My god, this man is, bro, the amount of like time and resource that goes into working on a character, it's insane. So yeah, I think that 3-week move was actually a move that we needed, because this is insane. So like, I've still got a few more things to do. I still need to run out with some new kit. I decided to go in with his newest set, so that's kind of where we're at right now. But yeah, stat wise I'm not overly too happy about, because obviously leveling up the substats didn't exactly go my way, but managed to get normal damage up to 158. But I'll do a little bit of work on him. But in terms of investing more into him, originally I was actually going to, but then I found out on who could potentially be next, and again I'll talk about that in a separate video, because if that is the case, again I'll leave you in a good standing, which is how it is right now. But yeah, obviously with the first two dupes, we'll go over that in just a second. But obviously we do have his full kit, so we can make the most of that, and I'm pretty content keeping him at 40k. I can probably bump him up to 45k once I get some correct stats going on, but for the most part it's okay with where I'm going at, with where I've got him right now. That, and I want to obviously do a little bit of well, I say do a little bit of experimenting, I kind of have already, but just to give you guys a little bit of a rundown with the first two dupes that I have. So I'll gain 3 technique points immediately, and then if I do the ultimate I fully recover them all, and then for every technique point that I consume, basically crit damage increase on the next ultimate, stacked 6 times of course, so I can get that 35 going in there 6 times, which is very nice. So a nice little 210 on the next ult, so we can make good use of it. That's why I always say, like, the first two dupes, if you don't want to go too crazy on a character but you do want to get some dupes, like the first two dupes do tremendously well for the character, and then of course it gets into just getting some you know, well, the last tip always pushes some craziness. In between's always kind of like, yeah, it's alright. It's nothing too crazy, it's alright. But that I do like how they kind of evenly fair things out. But anyway, and then of course hitting the enemy with final hit of the basic attack reduced the cooldown of technique points by 2 seconds. So yeah, there's no timer on that, so you can stack that up quite nicely. Obviously we do have the full kit, as I've mentioned. Oh, going over the new set, obviously you do get the abnormal damage of 50%. Each time a stats effect is activated, the enemy character's thrust damage increases by 1.5% for 10 seconds, and you can stack that up to 10 times. When you reach the 10 stack, the damage of the technique and the ultimate will increase by 25% and 25 respectively. So if you do want to do the whole thrust with Tozen, I will say if you do pair him up with Tozen and Gin, you do get a little bit more damage out of Gin compared to if you have Aizen. I did do some damage testing, and I was dishing out more damage. I mean, of course in the rotation play between Aizen and Gin will be more higher, but if you're specifically pushing Gin, then yeah, that's going to be the case. My Tozen isn't built up quite nicely. I mean, well, he's built up, but not the extent to if I did a rotation play with Aizen, of course. We do have the Kamehameha, as I like to say. You guys will see. I mean, if you have already seen it, you know what I'm talking about. And then obviously this is nice because obviously this correlates into the amount of times that we activate the Impale. Will be rewarded with certain buffs. So having this stamp card, no wait, is this the weapon card? No, that's the weapon card, my bad, weapon card. So yeah, if you do want to kind of make the best of him, I would suggest try and grab this weapon card. Alright, so we're going to run with this team. Obviously we're going to get Urahara in place, wait till Rangoku. Honestly, seeing the value of Rangoku now in terms of pushing more for the abnormal damage really does get me excited on her actually being a fantastic support character for the mono thrust element. Now in terms of the Impale, what I'm currently doing, so once I get the 100 mark of Impale towards the enemy, it correlates into doing, I think it was roughly around about 139k damage. Oh god, I'm just completely goofing up. So yeah, so that's the Kamehameha, bro. You want a second one? Oh. Okay, we're going to hold it down. Obviously we kind of teleport to the enemy, which is very nice. So that's pretty much one Impale that has been activated. Obviously when it comes to using your teams, it's only ultimate technique and battlefield skill that will help out with the impaling. So that's something that we do want to kind of consistently focus on rather than just doing regular hits. And then of course when the rotation play is ready, because I've got the first 2 dupes, it does help out my Gin to be immediately ready, of course. So that's 2 activations, right? Yeah, we've had 2 now. So obviously I do get a little bit of an increase on crits. Okay, we'll get Tozen in. Boom. I think that would have been 3 impale, but it's fine. I'm not really keeping the track right now. Okay. What? I was gonna say, where is Igaku? Bro, what are you doing over there, my guy? Okay, there we go. Drop that. Get. Ooh, okay. Nope, I thought I would have had my 2 stacks set already. There we go. Drop that. And then Gin should be. Okay. Yep, I'm in my heart. There we go. So yeah, the damage is pretty decent, to be fair, with where I've got him at right now. I mean, of course, because he's not completely duped out. So 460k initially, that will bump up to 1.2. God damn! So yeah, obviously you got to keep in mind that every time I'm using a technique point, that's 210. So like ultimate wise, it's going to be pretty crazy with the damage output and what we can dish out. Alright, Urahara, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Wait, I always forget. Nope, don't do this to me. Please, sir. Oh, what is going on? Alright. Come on out, Gin. Do your thing. We do get that protection play. Oh, he's running away. God damn it. There we go. Nope. Don't want none of that. Thank you very much. Boom. And we can get the 3 off. Going with Tozen. There we go. Oh, okay. So that coming a mile off. Come in my hardest man. Okay, so dash forward, there we go. Okay, so we do have the ultimate at the ready, which I do want to activate, but I'm going to activate it once I fully max out. So we'll get the... yeah, okay, let's get the bleed going, there we go. Boom, backward skill, nice. Boom, maximize on that. Urahara will come out. Drop your ultimate. There we go. I'm going to activate the skill just to get that free impale off. There we go. Then we're going with the ultimates. 447. 1.9 mil. Damn, I thought I would have, oh god. I thought I activated, oh well, oh damn, I should have done it then. Oh my god, that would have been beautiful. Okay, so hopefully this goes a little bit more better. Oh god. Okay, well, didn't want to do that, I'm not gonna lie. Right, let me drop this. Boom. Boom. Okay, Urahara should be able to break here. I did this right. I don't think I did. Oh god. Boom. Boom. Okay, drop that. Don't know where you're going. Come here, boy. There we go. Oh damn it, I don't think I'm gonna get the break here. God damn it. Alright, maybe I went a bit too soon. That's fine. Okay, drop this. Actually, no, this... no, that's not breaking anything. Okay. Go. 2 stack. Okay. Oh, damn it, I forgot, okay, that's fine. Ah, damn it, I forgot Urahara's ultimate. Okay, 3 mil right there. Ah, damn it, if I had Urahara's ultimate, that would have been a little bit more. Okay, that worked out. That worked out. So I'm just going to quickly hop into the Grimmjow event, just to kind of see what we're working with here and see how these boys fare, of course. But I think my overall opinion on Gin is that, yeah, he is a fantastic DPS character. Obviously, to those that choose to go high investing into this man, again, I was going to, I'm not going to lie, a part of me was like, okay, I see the vision, but I'm holding off because my next favorite character could very well be next, and I want to be more prepared for that. But even just by getting the initial kit or just a little bit of investment, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty impressed with what Gin is accomplishing. He's got a very high rotation play in the damage output department, which is fantastic, especially with Aizen. Aizen does work beautifully with him because of how Aizen works and his skills that are activating. The impaling is actually applied more quicker, so you can actually benefit from obviously getting your ultimate's crit damage up, as well as benefiting from the weapon card, getting those 3 additional buffs, right, when the impaling is activated once, twice, and 3 times, although it is limited with a timer, but you can easily reactivate it with how high damage and the high consistent rotation that he has with Aizen. And with Tozen, I will admit, because of course, Thrust Element, they work with each other, which makes Gin being able to save up, or build up, should I say, Tozen's battlefield skill, so that's also a bit of a W. And again, you can also benefit from getting that little bit more damage through the stamp set, purely because of the abnormal damage that is in place, especially with the whole bleed effect. Really need Rangoku in place, because I really want to elevate that abnormal damage that a little bit more, but once again, just kind of building him up. Abnormal damage is going to be the next strategic play that we're going to be benefiting from, but I think with how things are looking, I'm going to also check out certain CM players to see who's invested into Gin, because I want to see what the high amount, or what the final amount of the abnormal damage play could be for Gin, because we're technically missing out on an extra 100%, and then of course the final dupe really does support the DOT play. He basically gets like another additional DOT play happening. It's ridiculously stupid, but if you guys are wondering in terms of like who's kind of like the biggest DPS unit right now, I have to give it to Gin, only because of the impaling is affecting the whole squad. If you do up his abnormal damage quite nicely, then obviously that's in free, what, 150 to 200k per 100 impale, regardless on who's on the field. That is ridiculous. And then of course, if you do fully max him out, of course, then if my Gin is already accomplishing, what, let's say between 2.5 to 3.5 mil, right? Kind of keep it there. I can only imagine on what his ultimate could be when he's like fully maxed up. Oh my goodness gracious me, it'll be pretty insane. But yeah, high rotation play, high attack, abnormal damage, which means damage is consistently being triggered off. Overall, it's pretty broken. So if you guys do want to go for the initial kit, again, that's more than enough. I'm just going to keep with my low investment of Gin right now, and I am very content and very happy with what he's doing. Just need to make sure that I've got his stats and sub-stats up quite nicely, and even with where I've got him at, 1 copy of well, the stamp card we're going to get multiple copies of, because I really want to dupe that out. But again, 1 copy of the weapon card, 3 copies of the character card. I'm happy with that. Producing 2.5 to 3.5 mil, we can up that quite easily. Yeah, plus it gives me a reason to push up my Tozen just a little bit more, so he can also dish out quite some good damage. But overall, boys, yeah, this is definitely one of the better DPSs. So in terms of, if you guys are wondering, element DPS right now, it's Ichigo, Koshiro, Gin. Those are the 3 top dogs. And then the 4th one might be someone who's a favorite of mine. I will say that. But yeah, that's just kind of briefly going over this man with the starting set that I will call it with myself in terms of where I've built him up. But gotta work on him a little bit more. But god damn, I need stamina. I can't believe I ran through that much stamina, and I'm nowhere near to where he needs to be at, which is crazy. But again, I'm content with what I'm seeing damage-wise, just to kind of test the water and see the foundation of the character.